Your rebirth is here. Your phoenix rising moment is here. Renacimiento. You're literally reborn. It's happened. The butterfly has finally cracked out of the cocoon. Okay, I'm getting a Cyrus energy and the Bennu bird, which is like, this rebirth was not easy. It did come with your trials and tribulations, right? You were tried, you were tested, but what Spirit is saying right now is that you have passed the test. You are more than worthy of this. And with the Cyrus and the Bennu bird coming through, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, or like I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but this little guy right here, this is a soul renewal energy after you have been tried. And tried have you been. But what I'm hearing is that part of the trial was letting go of an old identity, an old emotional pattern that was holding you back. So this is really your Phoenix rising moment. This isn't your turning to ashes. You were the ashes. Now you're coming out, and no one is expecting this. That's what I'm seeing. Like, this is a transformation that no one is seeing coming. Only you, because you've been living it day by day, day by day. I'm hearing you grinding, but in a healthy way, because it's like you're no longer subscribing to hustle culture. You're learning to be balanced, but you're also just so laser focused in flow. And whatever it is that you're working on right now, I'm hearing I move at my own pace. Okay, you're doing something with love, and you're doing something that is contributing to others, and that had to start with self, right? You needed to contribute to yourself before anybody else, and that's why this message is finding you. We have more cards here. That's why your passion is being resparked right now. You could also just be connecting in more with, I'm getting Anubis and Osiris, so you could have an Egyptian past life here. But what I'm seeing is part of your soul's journey. It's like you're awakening to your higher purpose. You're on that path right now, and that's why you're being reborn into this higher awakening. That's what the rebirth is about. It's peeling back a layer. I'm getting an onion, like you're peeling back the layer. And this is Sec energy. This is the fire of creation. Your vitality and your creativity have been tested to the full, to the max, I'm getting for a lot of you. All right, I'm getting a lot of crown chakra energy coming in for you, which crown is like our direct connections to the divine. This is where ideas come in. This is if you're claircognizance or clairvoyance. You're mainly operating from here, right? And that's why your passion is being resparked, because your passion is the fuel. It's like your will to create, your will to live fully. That's what's coming back here. And I don't know if you heard that. That was Bubba. He couldn't find a spot, but now he did. So I'm getting this restless energy coming through from you as well. It's like you're not going to stop until you're just not going to stop. You're not going to stop. Because finding your purpose and living in your purpose is the most important thing to you right now. You could have been releasing very tough lessons, especially with emotional patterns, and especially when it comes to family, to love. Relationships could have been a very big theme for you, especially during the eclipse that we recently went through the last 8 weeks, 8 to 7 weeks. The numbers 8 and 7 could be coming through for you. This Sec energy is connected to your fire, to your life force, to your sacred desire. And you're being reminded that passion, right, pasión, is not just romantic. Passion is directly connected to creation. You're being called to step out of safety and your comfort zone. And really, your calling right now is what sets you on fire, what makes you feel alive again, right? That's what your rebirth is about. Because I feel like you were stuck doing very like mundane, dull things. Maybe you were like job hopping or not finding a place in life. Maybe you just felt comfortable in a specific structure or emotional pattern. It wasn't serving you. It was making you miserable and sick in the background. But that's what you're breaking out of. I'm even hearing generational curses for some of you, where you were really like faced with the truth, right? Of what others are healing and what others are choosing to repeat in their lives. Especially I'm getting like a big mother and father wound. So like your parents, the way you were raised or weren't raised, right? What was or wasn't present was really like mirrored back to you. Some of you are very nurturing, very caring. And you were around people who did not appreciate that, who didn't know, but they tried to keep you close. They didn't know how to appreciate you. They didn't know how to nurture you back. And I see that you're no longer allowing those things to affect how you express yourself, to affect your peace. I'm hearing lonely. Like this has been a lonely time for you, okay? And Spirit wants you to know that, and I'm also hearing misunderstandings. This has been the season of misunderstandings. This has been a season where your patience has been tested, where you're actively so connected and like just transmuting and cycling through things much quicker than before. Because your soul said, we didn't come here to stay stuck. You didn't come here to stay stuck. You didn't come here to get here. You're moving on to the next level. You're already in the like in-between space. But feeling lost is part of finding yourself, right? That's what I'm hearing here. I'm also hearing that there's been a lot of chaos, right? Goats could be significant Capricorn energies coming through where your energy was trying to organize chaos. But here's the thing about the chaos. You can't organize chaos as much as you try to. It's almost like embracing, going with the flow, really surrendering, allowing things to happen and focusing on what you do have control over. Spirit doesn't want you to give up. Spirit doesn't want you to relinquish what you have accomplished or what you want. It's almost like every time you try to get a little bit comfortable, Spirit's like, even if it's not super uncomfortable, because I feel like the super uncomfortable stuff has already happened, like the explosion has already happened, you're just kind of in the aftermath. Like imagine a volcano exploding and there's a village right near the volcano. Okay, that was the worst part. The village was wiped out. What are you gonna do to rebuild it? Are you going to stay near the volcano? Are you gonna repeat that mistake? I don't know why I'm getting this analogy, like volcanoes are coming through, fire, the energy of fire, like fire sign, sign energy is coming through. Isn't like Sag season coming up? Well, this is the timeless reading, so whenever it finds you is when it's meant to find you, but I'm getting something about Sag season coming through, or even like Sagittarius energy. And the reason you're feeling so restless and so uneasy right now, we have the desasosiego, right? And you feel this collectively too. There's a lot of public unrest, uneasiness. There's a lot of movement and shifts happening. But again, it's almost like you're honoring the old, but you're coming out of the cocoon into this new world that you're rebuilding. That's what this phase is. This is the rebuilding. This whole generation's purpose is to rebuild, right? It's a beautiful time to be here, but it's why your soul has been called for a higher purpose, for a higher calling, a higher knowing, higher awareness. That's why you're seeing people become more aware, right? And not just aimlessly working these jobs or aimlessly doom scrolling. Like there is, even you getting this video and resonating with it is a sign that you are ascending and that you are part of this collective that is here to rebuild this earth. Whether you believe in new earth or not, things are constantly changing. So how are you going to contribute? I did write some notes, so we're going to look at my notes here because this is a card from the Egyptian archetypes deck. And when I was looking into this card, just because the symbolism was very interesting to me, I wrote down some stuff. So not only does this card mean restlessness and uneasiness, it reflects the in-between phase, the cocoon where the old is gone, but the new isn't fully formed yet. It's the spiritual discomfort that you feel before alignment, right? It precedes the alignment. And so you may feel uneasy, unsure, impatient. You may not know what's coming next, but this unrest is pushing your soul to evolve. And that's your main mission right now, is to focus on your own evolution. Because what's coming next, hold on you guys, I have another card here. What's coming next, I'm almost hearing like domesticating the chaos, right? Domestication is coming through. And it's almost like this energy is bringing everything full circle. Okay, a lot of gifts are reemerging. For me, it's automatic scripting and drawings. That's why I've been like writing more of my channeled messages. So you could be seeing soul gifts reemerging for you. And yeah, the fire, I'm just getting, like I forgot to say this, but I wrote this down. Fire is the rebirth. So you've been through the fire, sat with the uneasiness, and now it's time for you to root this transformation and